Hello and welcome back to the training. So in this video, what I'd like to discuss is going to be after we've initially launched and gotten our plugin for the expired domains. The next element was we walked through every one of the settings that's going to be relevant for this particular campaign. The next piece is actually checking those links, or another very valuable element to this particular tool that I'm going to introduce you to, which is called Dom Detailer. The most important element here is even if you go into other tools without scraping, okay, even if you go into other tools, what's really great about Dom Detailer is you can copy and paste, URLs from expireddomains.net or whatever you want into this tool, and it's just going to cost you a very minuscule amount to run API credits. So let me go ahead and share with you how to utilize Dom Detailer with your particular ScrapeBox installment of Expired Domain Finder. So here's what you're going to need to do. What I recommend is come over to here to your options, okay? And what you will want to do is click on Use Dom Detailer, okay? So you go to Options, see how this is unchecked? And then all you have to do is go out to Google, okay? So we'll do this together. And what you'll type in is going to be Dom Detailer by API credits. All right. Now, when you come over to Dom Detailer, it's going to be domdetailer.com. You can click on that. Once at domdetailer.com, of course, you will have to create an account. But most notably, what you will want to do is go ahead and purchase credits. So as you can see here, you can get anything from 25 to 500,000. I believe I usually buy 50,000 at a time. A credit is equal to a check. So if you want to run 50,000 domains and check metrics, this is the cost. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. We're checking metrics. All right. I generally am going to filter by Majestic. I'm only looking at Majestic. That's what I'm looking for, at least for the first check. So it's up to you what you decide. But in any case, this is Dom Detailer. Once you set up your Dom Detailer account and you purchase, okay, you purchase API credits, the very next thing that they're going to do is they're going to ask you to actually download and install their own little standalone software, which is the Dom Detailer software, which is right here. And I'll go ahead and share that with you briefly. Okay. I haven't entered a API code. Okay, that's interesting. But that's okay. They'll give you this software, and inside of here, what you can do is you can actually, I'll share this with you. This is quite interesting. You can add from a text box, so you can put all the URLs in here, and it's going to kick back all these metrics, okay, as you can see here. And you can import from file or import from clipboard. So you could put them here or import them, all right? Now, this actually works seamlessly with ScrapeBox. So what we can do is we can scrape our domains, our prospects. It's going to check the whois data, see if it's expired. Then you can run API calls using Dom Detailer's API credits that you purchased. And then I can run all these checks automatically. Okay. So this Dom Detailer integrates very well with ScrapeBox. And I just wanted to go ahead and point that out to you because I think it's an essential step, because instead of getting the domains, running them, and then having to go run it through a tool, it's nice to have it automated, right? Like just click a button and it's done. So it's definitely worth, I forget how much, $50 or whatever it is. So it's definitely worth $50. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and share this with you briefly. So let's go back into our expired domain plugin. What you will need to do is go to your options. You will want to click on Use Dom Detailer, but the next step is going to be click on this Dom Detailer account setup, and really it's so my API key is in there, right? So if I click it, it's going to be super visible. But what I want to share with you is if you click that button, it's simply going to ask you for an API key. Add your API key, hit submit, you're in, okay? And then all you have to do is make sure you click this button and make sure that it's on. So that's Dom Detailer. That's metrics checking. You can also utilize Moz API credits, but they're relatively expensive. Again, I like to use Dom Detailer. You can use Ahrefs API, Majestic API, what SEMrush API, anything you want, you can use. But I, for this tool, like to use Dom Detailer. So that's going to wrap it up in this particular section. When we come back, we're going to start scraping. I look forward to see you then. Bye-bye.